Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, or good morning, or good night, wherever you're listening. Welcome to the Weekly Spoke, the podcast of the San Diego County Bicycle Coalition. My name is Elizabeth Bowersox, and I'm joined by my co-host, Dan the Taco Man. That's what we're gonna go with today. Welcome. We're so happy to have you. This is episode 3. And the title of this episode is May is Bike Month. All right? May is Bike Month, and we're very excited to talk to you about why we love to ride, and we want to hear from you why you love to ride. What motivates you to get out there? So, Daniel, how's it going this morning? How you feeling?
It's going well. It's been a busy week, busy weekends, really. We had a lot of cool events going on with Earth Day. Velodrome, VeloSwap, the swap meet was super cool as well. What else did we do? I feel like we were all over the place around the county, both north, south, east, west, wherever you want to talk about. But yeah, excited to be back for another episode. Bike month, yeah, is next month, May. So I'm stoked about all the events that are going to be going on. I think one of the big events that is going to kick off the bike month is going to be the SDCBC, San Diego County Bike Coalition kickoff party. I think that's going to be, May 5th? Yeah, May 5th. So if you guys aren't doing anything that day, come on by. We're going to be over at the courtyard, I think. Yeah, the courtyard over on Market. Tons of food, live music. Going to be people out there who love bikes, love hanging out. It should be a good time. So definitely stop by and who knows, maybe you'll even sign up to get win a free bike and some free swag. So that should be cool. I mean, what other events are going on this month?
Well, because it is Bike Month, we have tons of stuff going on. Let me open our calendar here. Wow. It is packed full, you guys. If you're feeling like you're low on bike stuff and you just need to get your fix, the Bicycle Coalition has a lot for you. We had a lot of stuff in April, too. This is like our crazy busy months. Yeah, summer. Oh, I can't wait. So starting out in education, we have tons of classes happening, and you guys, these classes are free. If you have questions about your bike, about how to ride your bike, about how to ride in traffic, these classes are for you. We have city cycling for e-bikers, smart cycling, city cycling, not necessarily just e-bikes, but all kinds of bikes. So if you go to our website, sdbikecoalition.org, check out our events and classes tab, and it pulls up all of our classes for May. I mean, there is literally something happening like every single week. And classes are really important to us because we want to get the word out to the community and help everybody feel safe and confident while riding. So we have classes in Encinitas, Oceanside, Solana Beach, and downtown. So there's something out there for everybody in the county. But yeah, our Bike Month kickoff is May 5th, Thursday, May 5th, 5 to 9 p.m. So please come check it out. We're going to be there. Lots of our friends and family are going to be there, and we're just really excited to talk to you guys. So make sure to come down and check us out.
Beer, bikes, and food. I can't say anything more. That's going to be cool. Yeah, no, I definitely like the classes that we do, and it's cool that we're going to have one every single weekend for May and even April. But I think what's cool about it is like the fact that it helps people who aren't used to cycling in the street, like kind of introduce them, be like, hey, here's a way that you can like build more confidence and actually be more comfortable riding with yourself or with other people. So yeah, if you guys are like borderline, the cyclists who are like, oh, I would love to get out there and I love to ride more, but I just don't feel safe. These are the type of classes for you, for sure. So sign up, San Diego Bike Coalition, check it out. But moving on to more events going on in May, the other thing I want to talk about is the San Diego Bike to Work Day. And so that's going to be going on Thursday the 19th. All-day event pretty much. The coalition itself is actually going to have a pit stop here at the office. We're right here at the corner of K and 15th, right by the MTS station, if you guys don't know. But yeah, stop on by. We're going to have some free stuff to give out. I think we're having music. I'm not too sure what else we're having.
There will be music of some kind.
Yeah, there'll be some type of tunes, whether it's a DJ or just like an iPod. Or Elizabeth will be playing guitar out front. Okay, so definitely stop on by for that at least. But what's really cool is I think we're also gonna set up outside and do like a little photo gallery. So if you are a commuter, or if you're just riding your bike that day, stop by the office. We'll take your photo, and then the goal is to actually create a little collage of all the riders we've took photos of for Bike to Work Day. So we'll probably share that with everyone later down the road. And if you guys want an individual photo, just hit us up, and we can definitely send that to you guys. But yeah, I see Bike to Work Day, tons of events. I don't know. Do you know about anything else going on that day? I think a lot of other groups are doing stuff.
Yeah. Did you say what day it is?
Yeah, Thursday, May 19th. Yeah. Okay. Cool. What else we got going on? I feel like we have more stuff. Want to talk about some podcast topics that are coming up?
Yeah, you gotta pull up that file.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, it's just on my phone. You guys, I got a new phone. I got a Pro Max for photo reasons. Yeah, it's sick. Okay, cool. Yes. Okay. So, coming up on the podcast, we got this. I'm so excited for this. Episode 5. Wait, is this episode 3 or 4?
This is episode 3.
Okay, because on the thing it says episode 4, Bike Month. Why do you love cycling?
It's a little messed up.
Okay.
We're moving things around.
Okay. We're doing the shuffle. So yeah, next week we're gonna talk about our cycling checklist and what to bring on rides. I feel like when I was first getting into riding, I'm like, what do I bring? Especially as far as like fuel goes. So we're like really excited to talk to you guys about that next week. Then we got our San Diego Bike Summit podcast. It's coming up the week after that with Andy, our executive director. So that's going to be really exciting to hear what he's got going on with the summit. And yeah, we'll leave it at that. We got to talk about what today's podcast is, though.
Yeah. We're just giving you guys a little heads up.
We're just giving you a little sneaky peeky as to what's coming up. Me and Daniel love doing this, so we just love talking to you. We just love talking in general. So can we jump in? Can we dive in? All right. Okay. Main topic of today. Why do you love cycling? And I'm going to start with Daniel on this one.
Wow, why do I love cycling? I don't know. It's kind of a interesting question for me these days because to me it just comes naturally. It's almost like walking now. It's like I kind of feel weird when I don't ride my bike. And I remember one year I was over in college and my bike got stolen, unfortunately. And I was depressed for like an entire month. And then I remember like after that month, I was like, I have to buy myself a new bike. So I love riding mostly because it just makes me happy. It's just something natural that I've never been upset while riding my bike unless, there's a driver who cuts me off or something or is not paying attention. But aside from that, yeah, there's just some beauty that comes from, riding around your city, and I do all sorts of styles of riding as well, from mountain biking to track to just commuting on a beater bike. But yeah, either style, it's just always fun. When you're riding out there on the gravel trails, like out in the East San Diego, you're just almost in nature. Like there's nothing out there except for you or whoever else you're riding with, and some sense of quietness, which is super nice. And at the same time, when you're riding in the city, it's like, sure, you got to pay a little bit more attention, but there's just something always going on. And I feel like when you're driving in a car, you don't really see a lot of your city and you really don't appreciate a lot of your city. But when you're biking, when you're walking, when you're taking, even public transportation, you start to notice a lot of like, the cool hole in the wall restaurants or cool hole in the wall bars, and a lot of our artwork out there, especially on the alleyways like in North Park and South Park. So yeah, like I said, to me, it's just natural. It makes me happy, and I get to explore a lot more of my city and a lot more of what I like to do. So I think that's my answer. It's pretty much a good answer. I don't know. What do you have to say about why do you love writing?
Okay, I'm gonna just add to that answer, which was a fantastic answer, and I agree with everything you said. Something about being on a bike, you can pace yourself, you can ride really slow, you can ride really fast, you can ride in the middle. And I feel like when you're in a car and you're driving, there's, especially in California and especially in San Diego, there's this like go, go, go kind of mentality. And if you're like driving really slow, just like taking a look around, well, number one, you got to watch, keep your eyes on the road. But people are going to start honking at you. Like you can't really like slow down when you're in a car. But like, I feel like when you're on a bike, and even more so when you're walking. But when you're on a bike, you can kind of like make it your own. You can just adjust to what you want for that day. Do I want to go on a really fast road ride? Do I want to do some slow, like climby kind of rides? So there's just so many options, and you can make it your own. And I think what I love about riding, and I think a lot of people would agree, is that when you're kicking ass, like with your output, like your energy, it just makes you feel so strong, not only like while you're on the bike, but after. And it just gives you this sense of like independence and confidence that it's just you and your bike. It's just me and my bike out here, and we're a team, and that's kind of how I view my bikes. It can take me places. I can take it places, and it's just this kind of like relationship I feel like I have with my bike, and the mental benefits of riding, and like you said, being out in nature and seeing things that you will not see in a car. Like I was riding down 30th recently. I think it was on a commute or something, and it's different. It's definitely different, like being in a car, but there's so many things I was like, I didn't even know that was there. I didn't know that there was a huge pothole here, or like versus like when you're in a car, like, oh, I can just like drive over this really crappy road. And then on a bike, you're more like dodging things. And so I don't know, it's just like really playful. I feel like there's just a playful element to riding your bike. And yeah, it really like changed my life, and the way I viewed exercise too, because it really whips you into shape when you start biking on an acoustic bike. I mean, you can still get into shape on an e-bike, but like especially when it's just like a legs powered bike, and I can go further by saying if you're on a fixed gear bike, you really need those legs. And so yeah, it just uplifts me, and makes me feel really good, and I feel like connected to nature and breathing the fresh air and getting the sunshine. So I don't know what my life would be without cycling, or I'm almost like, why did I not get into this earlier? And I envy the people who have been cycling or like are racing, or they're pro bikers, right? Or pro cyclists. I'm like, man, like what if I could have done that? But yeah, there's just so many good feelings associated with it. And like you said, like who can be mad while riding a bike? Except if it's like being mad at drivers for doing driver things.
Yeah, you get over it so quickly, man. Like after that, you keep riding. You're like, oh, what happened?
Yeah, you're like, wait, what? So, yeah, that's how I feel about riding my bike, and it's also a social thing too. Like, tell me about some of your like experiences socially while you've been on a bike versus not being on a bike.
I mean, yeah, that's a good point to bring up and a good question because I've made so many friends, riding a bike. A lot of people I probably would have never met if I was not, if I didn't participate in like small group events, small group rides, and little by little, you kind of also, just by riding your bike, you also love to appreciate the culture that is kind of hidden. Really, it really is hidden sometimes, and people oversee that because we're such a car culture, community out here in Southern California. But yeah, there's just so many people out there, so many cool people out there who are doing awesome stuff, whether they're like professional cyclists, or just normal day people who are just, having group rides, for people with every level or every experience. And And yeah, I don't know. It's awesome to see where the community and the culture is going and where it's come from. I know during the pandemic, it was a little interesting because not a whole lot of people could like hang out together. But the nice thing about riding a bike is that you're outside, so I guess technically you could ride with people if you're safe. But yeah, I made so many good friends, and I still to this day have a lot of good friends, not just here in San Diego, but throughout the entire country. Over in New York, I have fixed gear riders that I know, messengers, and even down in Mexico, I know a lot of people in Mexico City, Tijuana, all the way up to like Portland, Oregon, and Seattle. So yeah, it's awesome to jump into that and learn about that community and experience that community because it's just so diverse. Really, it really is very diverse. And yeah, I don't know. I think that's kind of what I had to say. Who do you usually like hang out with, or who have you met through cycling?
Oh man, I'm about to snowball. I'm about to snowball. I have met so many amazing people on my bike. I Some of my closest friends today I met through bike clubs, and common interests, and the people I work with, like here at the coalition, like we all are like-minded and we enjoy cycling and what it does for us and what it does for other people. But like just this morning, I was on a walk with my really good friend Jacob, who I met through the bike club that I'm with, and it's not only just like the fact that we have biking in common, but like also my really good friend Chris, we like rock climb together, and it's just like these relationships have just developed, and it all stemmed from cycling and why we got out there. We both had like we each and every one of us like woke up that morning at 6 a.m. and decided like we're gonna make the commitment, we're gonna come out here and enjoy it. And like my really good friend Frank too, like we went down to the tide pools last weekend, and I'd like never done that or been there. And it's just, I don't know, it's just such a like human experience to be out there with your friends, biking with your friends, and then being off the bike with your friends too. And also like shout out to my family, like my parents who've gotten into cycling, and they're not your, I mean, they are your typical rider actually. They only feel comfortable doing a few miles a day, and they stick to the trails, and they don't like cars, and that's totally fine. And we want to support those types of riders too, because there is so much risk associated with getting out on the road, and some people are okay with it and some people aren't. And that's like the beauty of cycling, like you were saying, there's so many different cultures and ideas, and also just to add, like so many ways to see a city on a bike. Like that is almost the way to do it. And we were up in NorCal earlier this month for the Cal Bike Summit, and me and Andy and Will jumped on e-bikes and saw San Francisco from the perspective of a cyclist, and it was like surreal. I mean, you come around the corner and you like see the Golden Gate Bridge, and I had to like literally hold back tears. I'm like, this is magical. This looks like a movie set. This is like Disneyland. Like I don't know what this is, but it just feels like so good. And we're all like, it's just an experience. You can and you don't have to spend money one, like, okay, yes, you have to like buy your bike or like take care of your bike, but it's not like, oh man, the only thing I can do with my friends is go out and like spend money or like, whatever. There's so many other ways to spend time with people, and I feel like my preferred method is like doing something active, because like your brain is activated, like you got high levels of what is the blood flowing, like your ideas, like you're brainstorming, and that's what's like so cool. I feel like in the cycling community, like people are just so like proactive. Like, I mean, they're disciplined. You're a disciplined person. You have to almost enjoy like pain. Like if you're crushing a 8% grade, or I mean that's not even bad, but like you have to like be a disciplined person, and all types of riders are disciplined, and that's like something I can like super respect. So
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have mad respect for all types of cyclists. Like the people who go out during the weekend or like pulling 120 miles an hour, or not 100. I'm sorry, no, not miles an hour. That's fast. I meant miles. Not miles per hour, but miles. But yeah, no, I respect that. Like that's super difficult to do. Like not anyone could do that. You have to be experienced and you have to understand your body. But at the same time, like I also have mad respect for the people who just commute back and forth, from their house to work. It's like, sure, they're not maybe like going like super far or super fast, but the fact that they're utilizing a bike to like maybe save money on gas, or maybe they don't have a car, like that's their main like form of transportation, like that's pretty badass, I think. And whenever I see people at the grocery store and like they're hauling their groceries in their bike, I'm like, that's super cool. So yeah, regardless of experience, like yeah, mad respect to everyone who just rides a bike and braves the elements of being in the street pretty much every day. Because yeah, you just never know what's gonna happen, and hopefully little by little, and San Diego comes around and we start lowering our dependency on cars. But we'll see. That's gonna be some years from now. But yeah, anything else about bikes? No, yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty much all we love about bikes. I mean, we could keep going on and on, I'm sure, but
I don't know how long we've been talking, but
yeah, no, it's okay. We'll definitely wrap it up there, guys. We definitely want to hear your opinion, though. So let us, shoot us an email, message us on social media, comments on the YouTube video down below. Let us know, why do you guys love to ride bikes? Maybe it's just commuting, maybe it's for exercise, but we're curious to know, who's listening and what their influence is to ride their bike. Also, quick reminder: don't forget the events going on in May. You can always follow us on social media to stay updated on those events. We got tons of podcasts for you guys all month long, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I guess we'll see you guys next Wednesday. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button or follow us on Spotify. Daniel and Elizabeth are out. Thank you guys.